Hello everyone. It's cold as a witch's you know what up here. There's no heat up here. Guess you can't quite see my breath, but anyways, it's pretty cold. So anyways, I got a few more items. This time I pulled out of my old bedroom downstairs because I had to give a pretty close, accurate count of the LPs that I have, because I have somebody that was interested in them, and so I really don't know. We've got a rough count here that I will tally up. But anyways, that's not what I'm up here for. I went through some stuff here, and I want to show it to you. Here is some information on my AR speakers and my AR turntable that I had one time. The specifications for the AR2AX from AR itself, and the consumer reports on the it's actually American Record Guide has published lab reports on 16 turntables. The AR had the lowest rumble, wow, and flutter were reported below the bottom, read that, the bottom accuracy limit of the meter. So anyway, let me just go very briefly here, just show you this stuff here. It's trivia, but if you have any of these AR things, these might interest you. Alright, well here's the article I was just reading pertaining to the AR turntable. And that was a very, very good turntable. Just a little literature I found here. And the specifications on the AR series speakers. Let's just see what it is here. I don't know how well this will focus. This is the specs for the AR4X, I believe it is. AR4X. I had a pair of those up in the shop here that I bought at a yard sale quite a few years ago. That's the AR4. Here's the AR2AX, and now those are the speakers I had in my bedroom downstairs. Here's the response curve for the AR3. The AR2AX had a 10-inch woofer. The AR3 had a 12-inch woofer. I had mentioned before that I had an AR1W. And that was the first speaker that AR made back in 1958. I had it up here in the workshop, and I bought it many years ago. Matter of fact, I bet you I bought that probably in 1967 from a guy who used to use it on his electronic organ as the bass speaker. And, well, unfortunately, because I have to clean out the shop, I dumped that for $10. It was stupid of me to do it. But you know, when you live in a mobile home like we live now, I can't keep stuff like that. So unfortunately, I can't do it. Now here, when I had my stereo system down here back in the late 60s, when I got that AR1W, well, I had one AR2AX for one channel, kind of a mismatched system, and an AR1W on the other. Now, as you know, the AR1W is just a woofer. It was a 4-ohm impedance speaker. Well, I made this up, and I'm going to show you right now. This sat on top of the AR1W and gave me the mids and the highs. It's a 4-inch full-range speaker, similar to the speakers that are in that slide thing that I showed you, that speaker system. What I had done on the back here, I bought this crossover network. I don't know whether it was Olsen Electronics or one of them places years ago. It was already made up, and what this speaker became is the mid and the tweeters for the AR1W, and there's little cushions on the bottom here. Now, I had this wood cut in a professional woodworking shop, as well as the speaker openings, and I did the grill cloth and the formica work myself, and stand alone, it sounds pretty good. It's a 4-inch, it has a reasonable amount of bass. It's an acoustic suspension type of speaker, a sealed box. So together with the AR1, I used that, and along with the AR2AX. Let's see what we got in this brochure here. Yes, these are the technical specifications of the AR series speakers. The AR1X, the AR2, the AR2AX, AR3, AR3A, and AR4X. These I got directly from Acoustic Research back in the early 70s, I believe it was. As you can see, here's all the specifications. Now, I had actually talked to a tech about it and how much power these things can handle. And it could handle substantial amounts of power. What happened was I did blow out my tweeter on the AR2AX. What I had done is, back in the late 60s, I believe it was, I blew out the tweeter on the AR2AX. And how that happened was I had a reel-to-reel tape deck. It was an Akai GX365 or something like that. I don't know. But anyways, I hit the rewind and it went. Well, that high frequency just cooked the tweeters, I guess. But when I had called AR, I asked them how much power can these handle, and I don't remember now. It was something about 300 watts or something like that. But the problem is, I had a Sony solid state 60 watts or 55 watts a channel, and the amplifier was probably clipping a little bit too, and when it clips, well, you're going to have spikes and everything else could damage the drivers. But never hurt the woofers though. They're just about indestructible. But anyways, that's an interesting thing. And I have another little item here. Well, here's the title to my '63 Ford Galaxy. I guess when I got rid of it, I didn't have the title or whatever to sign over. I don't know what happened, but anyways, this is the title that I got when I bought the car, used from a fellow I knew. So this is the title to the '63 Ford Galaxy when I bought it. And let's see what this one is. Another title here. Alright, this is the 50 Studebaker Champion. I bought this in July 30th, 1965. So that was my first car. The '63 Galaxy was the second car that I had, and that one I had for 17 years. So anyways, I'm just looking through these papers here, and that's how I ran across these AR specifications here. Just looking through my old papers of yesteryear. Yep. It's nice to look back on this stuff. Let me just go through this. I'll get back on the camera again. Here's a letter I got from AR. I wrote to them asking about the specifications and the response curve. The response curve to speak, and the power handling capacity. And this is what they wrote back to me, and I'll read it to you. To get my magnifying glass out. This was dated June 30th, 1967. Thank you for your note of June 28th. Enclosed are frequency response and distortion curves for AR speaker systems, including the AR2AX, which is what I had. We have also enclosed information regarding the power handling capacity of the AR speaker systems. I had asked them about tours of the AR factory at the time, and they had said, I regret to inform you that our plant is not open for tours. Sincerely, Summer P. Bennett, Assistant Sales Manager. So anyways, this is quite interesting. But somewhere in this literature it probably does give it in writing as to what the power handling capacity is. But anyways, this is some very interesting information that I'm going to hang on to. And who knows, if anybody out there has got an AR speaker system and they want these specifications, I have no problem. I'll send them to you. So anyways, we'll move on to other things now. Here's, remember Brooks Radio and TV? I don't know, a lot of you old-timers might remember Brooks Radio and TV. Well, I bought some 2-inch speakers for the heck is it, 19 cents a piece or something? I don't know. High finances here. Well, anyways, there's way too much junk here to go through. Here's some Lafayette radio stuff. More, I showed you some of that earlier, but this is a different one of stuff I ordered back in the 60s. Lafayette radio in Soyasset, Long Island, and there's all kinds of stuff in here. Radio Shack way back in the old days. 1968, notice the price of the stamp was only 6 cents. Well, I dug this out of the old bedroom. It's an old Roberts reel-to-reel. Old Roberts reel-to-reel tape recorder. It's got to weigh at least 40 pounds. No, I will not ship it. So please don't ask. Ugh. Monaural, apparently. It's a Roberts 1630. I'll get you a closer look at it here. Yeah, Roberts 1630. Reel-to-reel. Monaural. No, it's a stereo. Excuse me. The reason I thought it was monaural, it's only got one level meter in here. Now this is stereo. Hey, the back of it here. Like I say, I haven't used this in a number of years. As I recall, I think it had some wow and flutter problems, or it jammed up a tape. I don't remember now. But it's a nice machine. I think the speakers are built in. Let's see, there's one here. Yeah, I think it had a speaker in each end. Pretty neat. Well, these are some of the records there that I'm going through. 99% of them are country, but there are a few odds and ends here. But most all of them are country. But what I wanted to point out is this particular record here. That's a Wurlitzer 500. That's this jukebox right here that I once had in 1978. Kind of wish I still had that. Of course, mine didn't look as nice as this one here. But that was a Wurlitzer 500 that took 78 RPM records. Alright, I just did a count. Now I could be off 10 records one way or the other. It's very hard because that back room, what used to be my bedroom, is for storage and everything's piled up. So all total on the albums, I have approximately 491. 90% of them, I would say, 95% of them are country. There are a few pops, a few organ music stuff in there, and to type all this stuff up because I got somebody that may want to buy them. I don't know. If he does, he'll send a bunch of guys up. They're all downstairs except for the 50 that I got here. Anyways, it's cold up here. I'm going to get out of here. And I better stop finding things because this is driving me up the wall here. When I think I get everything cleared out, you know, and all the items and everything, and I find more. So, hopefully the end of it. But there's a lot of stuff in that bedroom downstairs. And, well, it's going to have to be gone too. And see what I have down there. But primarily, that's it on the records. And that's my biggest concern. I hate to get rid of them. There's an awful lot of good stuff in there. But, like I said before, you have to make sacrifices. So, thank you for watching. I appreciate it.